Season of the Dawn will be here before you know it, December 10th to be exact, I believe. And they might as well call it Season of the Solar because Solar subclasses are getting a rework. Do you guys remember when we had Arc Week and all the Arc subclasses got tuned? Well, yeah, Bungie is doing that with Solar coming next season. What's going on, guys? My name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. All right, folks, we're going to go over the This Week at Bungie for the week of November 21st. Now, there's a lot of information in here, so we're going to get right into it. So, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, but if you really want to help support this channel, hit that subscribe button or become a channel member. Let's get into it. So, Bungie has reworked the Arc and the Void subclasses in the past, and now it's time to show some love to the Solar subclasses. Now, we're going to discuss the Gunslinger Way of the Sharpshooter, the bottom path. And I gotta admit, I am excited about this. I have a video planned where I discuss all of the exotic armor pieces that I can't live without. And when I think of the Hunter, man, it's really hard for me to not play on my Night Stalker. For every activity that I do in the game, I am just too addicted to my Night Stalker, bottom tree or top tree. But here's what they're doing with the Gunslinger Way of the Sharpshooter, the bottom path. Bungie says, traditionally, Way of the Sharpshooter has mostly been used for PvE and with Celestial Nighthawk. And they say we wanted to move Way of the Sharpshooter to be something players want to choose more often for a wider range of activities. To do that, we needed to differentiate both golden gun paths and make Sharpshooter more versatile and interesting to use in PvE. In order to differentiate the 3-shot and the 6-shot golden gun and better play into their fantasies, we've made the following changes. Here we go. For a 3-shot, we increased the auto-aim distance and reliability when aiming down sights, and it fulfills the role of long-distance range accuracy. For a 6-shot, we shortened the damage fall-off range to emphasize the short-range gunfighter role with a lot of kill potential. While it still can perform at longer ranges, it may take an extra shot to get the job done. We've made other changes to Way of the Outlaw to help keep its potency, like adding a new explosive prox knife that can stick to surfaces and detonate when enemies pass nearby. All up, we want Way of the Sharpshooter to feel more active and rewarding for players who can fulfill the role of the Sharpshooter by taking down enemies with accuracy and precision. Now there's going to be a new weighted knife. High damage knife throw with a long windup. Travels at high speeds, bounces once, and does extra damage to the head. Precision shot final blows recharge the melee completely. One-hit precision final blow in PvP. That's pretty cool. Practice makes perfect. This is a quality of life change. It will last longer, but gives a bit less energy per second. Precision hits grant 2 stacks. Now something new, knock 'em down. Precision final blows increase weapon stability and ADS speed. Timer starts at 10 seconds, but any additional final blows and assists can increase it up to 25 seconds. Casting your super with this buff above 20 seconds consumes the buff and grants extra damage. Does not stack with Celestial Nighthawk. And then line them up, we have a quality of life change. Old perks from Crowd Pleaser are now part of this perk. Golden Gun can cause precision damage, and precision shots generate orbs of light. So, what does that mean for me? Okay, I think with Season of the Dawn, I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. Will it take me off Blade Barrage? Because like I said, I stay on Night Stalker, but the only Solar subclass I've been, ever using pretty much is, Blade Barrage. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. Now, the next change for the SUNBREAKER, I saw this coming a mile away because who really uses the middle path? And again, sound off in the comment section. Code of the Devastator. Hopefully you watched my build guide for the SUNBREAKER. I love the bottom path with the Phoenix Cradle, exotic boots, and just creating sunspots all over the place. And yeah, I love that build, especially for doing things like Altars of Sorrow and so forth. But let's read what they're doing to Code of the Devastator, the middle path for the SUNBREAKER. Bungie says, Titans who adhere to the Code of the Devastator want nothing more than to crush their foes with small soldering hammers, and we want to see them live out their dreams. When our data indicated that this subclass was underperforming in PvP, we decided to make a few changes that should enable it to be more competitive. So, let's move on. The Roaring Flame perk has now received a significant buff to its bonus damage. The buff now will last 25% longer, making it easy to build and retain stacks between encounters. The base damage of Throwing Hammer melee ability has been increased. It's now very lethal in PvP while you have Roaring Flames active. In addition, once you've thrown the hammer and it's lying on the ground, you don't have to get quite as close to pick it up. Finally, we tune the super in a number of ways, and here's what they're doing. Burning Maul will now last longer, giving you more time to use it strategically instead of simply spamming the slam button. Titans, all we want to do is smash, right? He says, okay. We also increase the height of the heavy slam explosion. So this super should feel much more potent against airborne enemies. That's the gist of it, but here are some more details. Throwing Hammer increased the impact damage from 100 to 120, and also increased the hammer pickup radius from 2 meters to 3.5 meters. Adjusted hammer throw animations to fit a more damaging attack. Now Roaring Flames, that perk, increased damage bonus from 10% per stack to 25% in PvP. What do you guys think of that? It increased the duration from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. Now for the actual Burning Maul, they're increasing the duration from 21.2 seconds to 28.5 seconds. That's a pretty big buff right there. Now for the light attack, reduced the light attack energy cost from 5% down to 3%. Adjusted the animation so that it flows seamlessly into the chained light attacks without stopping it. Now for the heavy attack, the ground slam attack now detonates when it detects enemies above it. Detonation radius was increased to make landing attacks more consistent. Increased energy cost though from 6% to 8%. Moving on to the Warlock, just like with the Titan, well, I think we saw this one coming a mile away, and that's Attunement of Sky, the top path. I know I certainly don't use it, and I am a Warlock main. The reason why is I do not like hovering in air, because it makes you a target in PvP and also PvE. But let's see what Bungie is doing with this. So let me read you this. With Attunement of Sky, we wanted to push its air superiority gameplay further. All right, speak to me, Bungie. I don't like it. I don't like being in the air like that. When we initially released this path, its movement capabilities were tuned around the original Destiny 2 gameplay experience, which was much slower and deliberate about positioning. However, over time, the movement needed to adapt to the new sandbox. We want to give you the gameplay experience that the fantasy begs for, a flying angel who could maneuver with grace and destroy its foes below. All right, my ears are perked, but let's hear what they have to say. So to accomplish our goals of reworking the air superiority role, we needed to differentiate the two Daybreak paths from one another. As such, we reduced the speed at which Burst Glide accelerates players within Daybreak. We know this is a controversial change. Yes, Bungie, I don't like it. We wanted to reserve the air superiority gameplay with Attunement of Sky, and the Burst Glide speed was blurring the lines between both Daybreak paths. So here's what they're doing. Icarus dashes while in Daybreak have increased speed and also thrust to recapture the Burst Glide gameplay for those running the air superiority path. We hope that while this change is different, you still feel as fast as before, but with maybe a bit more expression behind that speed. The rest of the changes are below. Now, moving on, we have something new. Celestial Fire, this is the melee. Send a spiral of 3 explosive solar projectiles. All right, you've got my interest now. Heat Rises, this is going to be a rework, they say. Consume your grenade to extend glide time and dramatically reduce in-air accuracy penalties for weapons. Okay, I kind of like that. Winged Sun, they're doing a rework. Fire weapons use a celestial fire and throw grenade while gliding. Airborne final blows grant melee energy and extend the duration of Heat Rises. Icarus Dash, they're doing a little rework here. Tap crouch twice to dodge in midair. Dodging in Daybreak will accelerate players farther and will cost less super energy while under the effects of Heat Rises. And they also added a note here. Due to the nature of these reworks, Wings of the Sacred Dawn received a buff where it gains 15% damage resistance while Tomb of Dawn is active. Alright, as a Warlock main, you've got my interest. We'll have to test all of these out. But that's it for the reworks, guys, in terms of the Solar subclasses. Sound off in the comments section. What do you guys think? And out of the 3 that they're changing, or all of the changes, what piques your interest? Next week, we will have Iron Banner, the final Iron Banner of the season, Iron Banner Control. That's going to be on November 26th, and it will end on December 3rd. That's going to start at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which will be reset. I am extremely excited about this, and you're probably like, wait, how the heck can you be excited about Iron Banner? Because when I was on vacation, I missed all of the pinnacle drops, and that's why I am so far behind in my power levels compared to all the folks that I raid with and play with, is they all did Iron Banner. So I will be grinding out Iron Banner next week to complete all those pinnacle bounties and get the rewards. But then Bungie, you gotta fix the stats, man. If I'm playing pinnacle gear activities like the dungeon, like the raid, if you're gonna give me armor, come on, you gotta give me good stat rolls. And Zer, you need to fix him. He also needs to sell random exotic armor with, he needs to sell exotic armor with random stat rolls, not the same from your collections. Anyway, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. There's a lot more stuff in the This Week of Bungie, but I think those are the most important things that I wanted to cover with you guys. I'm going to make a full video. I posted on the community wall, whether you're a channel member or not, you could see it. I'm looking for feedback on Vex Offensive Final Assault, right? And when I look at the comments on it, pretty much everyone is bummed out, right? Including myself. I was expecting something else. But I think this is not it, guys. If you look at the tower, the portal's still not even finished yet. If you look over there, you still will see NPCs working on building the portal. And they always said that one season will have some sort of crescendo that will lead into the next season. And it was leaked back a while ago that in IMDb, it showed some voice actor playing Saint 14. So folks were speculating, including myself, that maybe Saint 14 might be coming back at the end of this season and lead us into the next season. So who knows what's going to happen? Speculate in the comment section. But I got a feeling in the next couple of weeks, because remember, we still have until December 10th. That's a while from now before we have something, I don't know, tell us what's going to lead into the next season. I'm babbling. It's the end of the video. Babble mode's engaged. All right, guys, drop a like in this video only if you, well, hold on. Leave me a hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end. And do me a favor, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. You usually know it's on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.